Thanks for having me today. So I'm Joris, the technical founder of Rumble Studio. At Rumble Studio, our mission is to help businesses like yours to produce spoken audio content using asynchronous interviews. Classic use case will be a branded podcast, which is a podcast you can use for branding purposes. And so I would like to start with one question. Which among you, raise your hand if you have a podcast for your business? One here, two, three, 4. And who has already listened to the Big Score podcast? None. Normal, it does not exist yet. So this is easy to explain because producing a podcast is very, very hard. You need to do a lot of things. First, you need to know what you're going to talk about. How long are you going to talk about it? 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour or more? Is it going to be funny, serious? What kind of interview do you want to have? Which kind of guests are you going to invite? The more they are interesting, the more harder you are going to find time to have them in front of the mic. And as soon as you can get them on the mic, they can postpone, reschedule, etc., etc. So it's very hard to finally get the guest. And when the guest is here, you need to record. And this is, you need to have a microphone, you need to plug it right, you need to put it at the right distance, and you need to speak, you need to animate a conversation. And after recording of 1 hour of audio, or maybe even more, to get 20 minutes of worth content, you need to edit it, trim the silences, cut the audio, remove the repetition or the strange noises, all of that. I see some of you are guiding to the screen, but I'm not going to pass the slides because I believe in the power of voice, so focus on my French accent. So as soon as you have all this content, then it's edited, you can publish it. So you need new tools for that. You put it on a podcast directory, and you create all the classic marketing contents, a blog article that goes with it, the video snippet for sharing it on LinkedIn, maybe the tweet, all of that. So from A to Z, you need to use maybe 10 tools. So that's why it's hard, that's why it's expensive, and you have no economy of scales. So the second episode, you will have to do all of that again. Here comes Rumble Studio. With Rumble Studio, you go online, you build your interview, a little bit like Typeform, but instead of having text questions for text answers, you record your audio questions and you ask for audio answers. You can ask for images, you can ask for videos, but the most important is the audio. You send a link to your guest. It can be one guest, it can be the same link also for 100 guests. And here you can scale. With the same template, you can interview 100 different persons, get 100 different versions of answers, and generate 100 episodes. So with one interview, you have all your year booked up, and you don't even have to be here to record them because they record on their own time. And what is funny to see on Rumble Studio is some guests will see the link arrive, start recording, one question, second question, third question, and boom, finished. And others will start recording, and they will record again the same answer until it's perfect. Because most of the use cases we address at Rumble Studio are B2B use cases, the branded podcast, user testimonials, interviews. And so guests want to be perfect. They want it to be like they want it to be. So they're going to record again and again. So some of them are extreme, 20 times for the same answer. Some of them are 1, 2, 3, 4. Because you have the transcript, you can improve your thoughts. So this is one of the advantages of recording async. One of the drawbacks is you lose the liveliness of the conversation. So people are going to say, oh, it's not a podcast. Podcast is just something you stream regularly, periodically. So yes, it is, but you lose the liveliness. Is it a problem? Again, for our use cases, because people record again and again, it's because it's for business use cases. It doesn't matter. People just want to have one question, one answer. They don't need to laugh. For example, a branded podcast, it's most of the time a niche, pharmaceutical niche, doctor niche, lawyer's niche. So all those subjects are not always very funny. So if you lose the liveliness, it's not problematic. If it's for user testimonials, same, you don't need to have liveliness. So Rumble can already solve all of those use cases. For the other drawbacks of async recordings, because you lose the liveliness, you lose the capacity to animate the conversation, to go deeper into specific subjects. This person is talking about electric car, and you want to know more, but you are not here because she's or he is recording on his own time. So what you've been building for the last 2 years, because the tool is already live, you can use it, is the AI tool behind it. The AI tool able to analyze what is being said, how it is being said, and stimulate the conversation. Oh, you're talking about electric car. Even if it was not asked, let's add new question in the flow for the guest for the next step. And thanks to that, we can go deeper without asking the host for it. And so when the guest is available to record, we still get more content. And this way, you get all the audio, you go into the mix page of Rumble Studio where you have question, answer, question, answer. We normalize everything at the same level. You add your jingle, you click export, you have your MP3 file, and voila. You can share it for internal communication, put it on Spotify, as you want. And we want to help you to put it on Spotify ourselves before the end of the year. So far, we've been putting this solution on AppSumo, a lifetime deal platform, and we've been selling it to 1,732 users, generating $350,000 of revenue. We are now raising our seed raise. So if you are interested in this kind of tool, async tool, podcast industry, please reach out. And if it's not about investing, still reach out. Thank you.
Thank you.